Welcome. We're on Happy Thoughts Podcast, episode 53, and I have Shawn, Mott, and Donicia Cook with me from Omega. Hi, guys.
Hey.
They asked to be on the podcast. Well, actually, I was working with Shawn in housekeeping, and I told her about my podcast, and she said she would not be listening to my podcast, and I told her I appreciate that honesty and authenticity. And then literally the next time I saw her, she was like, so I want to be on your podcast.
I was like, yes. I was literally like, so I'm going to be on your podcast.
And I was like, and I love that honesty.
Literally that night we were smoking weed and just listening to the podcast.
And
she was like, I want to be on the podcast. I was like, okay, we're going to be on the podcast.
And I don't even think I'd really met you.
Barely. Just barely met.
And then I saw Donicia like in, I don't know, the dining hall, and I was like, I hear you want to be on the podcast.
And then I postponed it for a week.
Yes. I know. We've been trying, and we're a dedicated team. We're working at this, and here we are. I almost canceled it today, and I was like, if I do that, we're never doing this. I was like, I will lose them forever.
Yes.
So here we are. So we're going to pull a happy thought and talk about it, and then we'll learn more about Shawn and Donicia through that. We've agreed on a happy thought. So it is, take care of yourself as if you're the most awesome person you've ever met. Jen Sincero.
Interesting.
I wonder who picked that.
And how they're feeling about it now. Oh my gosh. Yes. I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I should probably let Donicia speak first.
Right.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourselves as if you're the most awesome person you've ever met.
The funniest thing about it is you have to realize that you are awesome to even you have to actually think that you're awesome and to even commit to that saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people just think, I don't think people naturally go around thinking they're awesome. You know what I mean?
We almost judge people for things.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, look at them thinking that they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like, I'm a little jealous of you.
Exactly. We judge them, but in truth, they're ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're probably getting stuff done too.
Right.
You know?
And like what you were saying is like you have to, in order to try anything, you have to in some way think you can do it. You know? Like some way you have some capability of doing that thing. And that is along the lines of I've got this.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that today. I was like, most of life I feel like is just confidence. Like
Like I think that we have a vision of confidence of this person who's got their shit together. And so I think the most confident person is the one that's just trying when they don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Or even when they don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you see somebody dancing, not with the beat, on their own,
I see that a lot.
really strong, that's a confident move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there is confidence in that.
Yeah.
Like
I admire them.
Like
I do admire them. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to get out there and do anything really, and it's about being unafraid to fail. That's where that confidence comes in. But as far as taking care of yourself, that's just about valuing yourself. And I don't know. This is an interesting.
Yeah. But this is kind of like my philosophy on how I take care of myself. I think, it's kind of like this, but kind of not. I'm like, would I want my friend to be treating themselves like this?
Yeah, just how we talk to ourselves. Yeah. You know, it's like, well, would I say this to anyone?
Yeah,
anyone
literally anyone else.
Right.
No? Then why do I think that this is going to pump me up?
Right.
It's like, but this will work on me. Just like pound me into
Literally.
the ground.
I'm like, we gotta lock in.
Right. It's like, for what?
For what?
Like,
and that's
who's
not
looking?
motivating at all.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I like this. Yeah. It's a good thought.
And I think that, like, we're talking about confidence. Some of the words we're using are about an achievement. You know, it's like something big. And I like that those thoughts are coming from a thought saying just take care of yourself. Like the achievement of taking care of yourself.
And it is an
like,
achievement.
that's so hard.
It is so
like
hard.
drinking enough water. water. When I got here, I think I've told everybody this, but I've been in the van for almost 4 years, and having all my basic needs met, like be able to get water and somebody's feeding me, it just changes who you are when you feel taken care of. You know? All of a sudden you have access to, oh, I want to do this thing, or I want to talk to this person, or I have this space that something can show up for you.
Right. You know, I was thinking about what we were talking about earlier when I was saying about over these next few weeks, I've dedicated it to getting better at breath work, because I realized, you know, we try to do all these exterior things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we don't look at ourselves, our inner selves, and that's a part of taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
So that I've dedicated myself to that before I try to sort of achieve all of these other things, because you have to be in a good space in order for you to really get beyond any place that you've ever been before. And my whole reason for being here is that I'm trying to learn how to do that. You know, I can get to a certain level, but it's almost like I hit the ceiling, and then I have to sort of take these steps back to kind of realize, why am I always on the wrong path? You know what I mean? In life, or on a path, not necessarily wrong, but on a path that I don't want to be on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Why do I have to keep on pivoting?
Yeah. Why am I still pivoting?
Exactly.
So that is probably why I picked it. And then I was like, oh, I gotta actually talk about stuff that That's exactly what happened. It's like, oh shit. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't even like podcasts. What the fuck? Yeah. But yeah, it's you know, this whole thing right here, because, you know, out in the real world, a lot of people are talking about self-care. That's like, it became like a sort of buzzword.
It did.
You know,
it took a direction.
Yeah, all these sort of industries popped up around it as well. All these, you know, influencers and all that kind of stuff. Everybody is focused on taking care of themselves, and that's really good.
There's a good press.
If people are taking care of themselves, it just really makes the world a better place, and it contributes to the sort of raising of the consciousness of society. Yeah. So now I'm already pivoting again. I feel good about this picture.
I love that. Shawn, it's perfect of like even this podcast. Like, you're just so confidently, you're like, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna just, and that is such a brave thing to, like, I'm not saying that you overcome things in this moment, but like, it's so brave to change your mind.
Yeah.
I
change my mind all the time.
Yeah.
And people hate you for it.
But not encourage it. And, I mean, I finished grad school and I worked in a career for 10 years because I was like, I don't want to disappoint anybody, and I'm doing this thing, and I know what success looks like. I thought I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it looks like now.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
But yeah, I think allowing the pivot. And like now when I talk to people who've like dropped out of school or stopped doing things, I'm like, look at you knowing yourself.
Exactly.
I think that we should praise changing a
Yes.
little bit more.
Yeah.
None of us can say the same if we wanted
commitment, praise the commitment to take care of yourself. You know, people who actually consciously make decisions. It's like, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? I haven't necessarily been pleased or happy with the direction I was going, so I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? And allowing that space to do it. It'd be so nice if, you know, the people you care about most are always so encouraging when you do go make those decisions. It's like, I'm sure we've all been there and, you know, have those conversations. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I can't even tell you how many times, like, somebody in my face, like, what are you
Literally.
doing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know yet either.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
None
of us know what we're doing.
And I love that. So, I mean, I think I've talked to both of you about this, but like, that's why I just love that about Omega, because we're all here for those of you who don't know, because I've only done one episode about Omega, but the season started at the mid-May, right? And it goes through end of October, so it's like seasonal work. So everybody here is transient. Like everyone here knows that they don't quite know what's happening in November. It's so refreshing.
It is so refreshing.
Because like none of us know what's happening in November. Like nobody even who has a plan knows.
Literally.
But like we're amongst people who are like, I don't know.
Yeah. And everyone's okay with it.
That's so true.
We're also in July.
Yeah, exactly. Wait till that last month. You'll see people panicking.
We'll do another episode.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in that moment.
go back in like October.
I know. But it is refreshing just to be among people who are aware of the unknown, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just feel like so much cool things happen here because we don't know so much. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing today. So
everything is
I'm
very,
figuring it out.
moment by moment here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's encouraging.
And even when you do plan things, it's like 12 other things happen.
Right. Like, I tried to have a plan today, and then all of a sudden I was like, why am I so busy right now?
And I feel like a lot of people here are taking care of themselves. So I feel like it encourages me to take care of myself. Because I also feel like I'm only now just learning how to take care of myself as an adult. Because I feel like, I've been a kid all this time, and now I'm like, I'm here. I'm an adult. My frontal lobe is now formed.
I have been told about this. I remember learning about that when I was working, and I was like, I didn't have a formed brain yet. I was like, you've been asking me to do so
Literally.
much. I was supposed to make all these decisions leading up to this point without a fully formed brain.
And now going without sleep, can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Not eating 3 meals a day, can't do that anymore. So I'm trying to figure out how to get in routine so that I can take care of myself and that it can be sustainable.
Yeah.
Because taking care of yourself is also exhausting. It's so exhausting. Especially when you're not here and you have to think about what you want to eat all day and
it's just I know. Just the basic just being fed.
Literally is a whole chore.
I didn't realize how much of a weight that was.
Yeah, it takes the more you can have taken off your plate, the more you can dedicate to taking care of yourself. And that's why that's why I'm here. That's why I chose to come back. It's like I wanted to be in a space where I can really focus on all those things. And if I'd gotten back out into the real world the way I am now, I'd probably get right back on that hamster wheel. And you don't want to get back out there and get back on that hamster wheel. I've done it. It's, it's just not any place you want to be.
And also, the quote is when you, if you, and also, the world outside of here encourages the hamster.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When you find yourself on it, you can just hop off, you know, and be nice to yourself and take care of yourself.
I've
you know what,
several times.
Yeah, and not being like, oh, I did it again, you know, just it's gonna be hard anyway. So why not be a friend?
Yeah, literally.
Let's just be a little nicer, you know, and then it just gets a little easier.
Right.
But I love that you keep going back to breath too, Shawn. When you talk about where you're trying to go, because breath is just the most basic taking care of yourself.
Right.
And with the here thing, I just feel like here is such a good place to say no. You can practice different self-care, things that are harder to do in the world, you know? Because people here are like, I love that you said no, that you don't want to do that. I wish I could do that.
Times. It's crazy. I was like...
It's like you're encouraged to
people not
figure
say
yourself
no.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
That's very bizarre to me.
People don't say no. And I only realized this
you
actually
guys do say no.
about my friends. I realized that my friend, I don't feel like I'm that much of a people pleaser. I have, my moments. But my friends, I have this one friend, he just says yes to everything. And I just never realized that he was saying yes to things he didn't want to. And then one day I was like, if you don't want to do this is okay. We don't have to go to the mall.
Right.
But yeah. A lot of people, saying no.
And you don't...
I don't have a problem saying no. Is that what you're going to ask me?
Yeah,
Well, I actually said no to a lovely human being who came by and whom I love, but I just didn't want to go salsa dancing. And she, if she hears this, she'll know who I love, but I just wasn't in that space, you know what I mean? I've approached this season completely different from the way I approached last season. Last season, I was way out in giving off energy and interacting with people, but this season I've sort of paced myself in that way. I just don't feel the need to overextend myself energetically. I feel I have to reserve something for myself and do the work, because when I left here last season I wasn't quite where I wanted to be, and I actually made the most progress after leaving, which is crazy. But over the winter, I realized, all right, I'm still not quite where I want to be, so perhaps I should do another season at Omega. So that's why I ended up back here and was able to meet you, and But I encourage people to definitely really, really, really take the time to focus on their inner self. I think a lot of times there's a lot of superficial ways of looking at taking care of yourself.
Right, and some of that self-care stuff that you were touching on is like, some of it is less inner work and more like, I'm doing this. Yeah. So you guys think I'm doing this. Yeah. Is for another people-pleasing thing. You know, like, it's not like we're all like getting something from it. And I definitely fall on the saying yes too often. But I've been in a season of, well, especially being on my own so much, I didn't have to say yes or no. Right. So like, but and I find that when you do say no, the person is grateful to just have an answer. Some people, I think, they think they're being nice. I'd be like, oh, we'll see, maybe. Yeah. And then this person just thinks maybe. Yeah. It's like, oh, I just rather know. You know?
Yeah. But yeah.
So, okay, I guess last thing. If there was one thing in this season that you'd like to try to do to take care of yourself while you're here, is there anything you can, like, you've talked about breath work and some of your creative stuff, Shawn.
Yes. Well, there are some things. Like, I do want to get some work done. There are a couple people on the campus that are very, very talented at whatever their specialty is. Like last season, I wasn't able to get, have my Akashic records. Have a session. I do have a session coming up. We both have the session with Gloria coming up.
The past life.
Yeah, the past life. So there are some definite things that will give me a more overall outlook on things, would kind of help with that progression that I'm looking for. So there are definitely some other things out there that I want to experience on campus with some friends before the season is up. So I'm excited about that. It'll give me an overall picture. I feel like, because I was actually talking to someone today who already had their session, and she was like, man, she was able to cut a cord with someone who she had a relationship before. So
like in a past life or this life?
This particular life. She's like, I couldn't even go back to other past. So she stayed in this particular life apparently, and old relationship, and she realized that she was still holding on to that. So I don't know what she's gonna tell me, but I'm sure it's gonna be some crazy shit. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think it'll give me a broader perspective on what I need to work on, because I feel really good. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, and I want to see if there's anything else in the way that I have to address.
Is that with the Akashic Records, or is it a different one?
With Gloria, for one, with the past life. She pulls a lot of stuff apparently out of you, and like removes hurdles from and just give you an overall outlook on things that have happened to you, and then it gives you, this is how I understand it from what anyone who's done it has told me. It's like, it's like you could be struggling with something in this particular life at this particular time, and you would be struggling with that because of something that happened in a past life, or in this current life, or a previous relationship or something. You're still holding on to something. Right. And the reason to have that session is to sort of break those chains and first realize those, obviously, and then sort of break those chains so you can move forward, Right. At least that's how I understand it,
I had never heard of, I'd heard about like past life stuff, and like I was interested in it, and I didn't really know. So I did the Akashic Records.
I think the Akashic Records is it's more. Yeah, it's the quantum, like it's the field. So I think it's a little different.
I think so too. It's different than what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it was kind of wild how it did like sever something in me that I didn't even go there wanting.
Right.
That was not my goal.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, oh, look at that. I'm a little lighter.
Exactly.
So
you don't even know what you need to sort of flush out or whatever until, like, I'm pretty sure they're going to tell me some stuff that I was completely unaware of.
And I think that being open to it and wanting to, thinking that you're awesome, that you
exactly.
That. Like, it's why that you'll have access to wanting to do something with it. Yeah.
I'm just looking to be awesomer, actually.
I know that I am.
I feel that.
Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah. Just looking to ramp up the awesomeness. Yeah.
I just think our most awesome selves are when we're just like our full weird selves.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
When you're just going for it.
Yeah.
For the thing that you
Absolutely.
know that you love. And then
Yeah.
that's what the world needs from you.
Right, right.
Which, like, your music. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
It's good.
Donicia, do you have anything that you want to do this season?
Yes.
She's doing all the things.
She's doing all the things.
And that's what I want to work on. I feel like I need to work on,
good
like,
one.
because what I do is I'm so social, and then I burn myself out, and then I just stop talking to everybody for weeks, and then I pop back up, and I'm like, hey everybody,
Like, where you been?
just in my cave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's what I'm working on, like
Balance.
how to balance that, because there are things that I do want to get done this season, like little projects that I want to do just for myself, and so I feel like, because my love language really is quality time. Like, I love to hang out, and so, but I do hang out a lot.
And do you do that outside of here as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I am. And, and then I end up getting mad at myself. I'm like, oh, I've been out hanging out with everybody. I should have been doing this, blah, blah, blah. So, I feel like that's what I'm working on now.
When I find that here, it's hard because there's things that come and show up that are like surprising.
Yeah.
You know, like
this
last
is a
night I
very
was just-
spontaneous place.
Yeah. And so it's like you don't want to say no to a once in a lifetime chance, you know.
Yeah.
But then also I want to work on stuff. I'm pretty good at not over hanging out with people. Maybe I could hang out more. That's something I could work on too.
And also who I hang out
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta be more selective. I can't just be out here with everybody.
Yeah. You can't all have me. I do feel like that's something I'm noticing at Omega. This is the first time I've been around a lot of people in a very long time. And I do feel like I'm noticing how I am with people, and I'm noticing like, oh, I like that person, so I want to continue being around people that help me feel like that person. And then there's times where I'm like, I don't like that person, and it's like, well, maybe like it's okay. Like, we're not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody's not for us. Like, that's.
You know, that's such an interesting point that you bring out, because I was actually just thinking about this earlier. And the capacity in which I was thinking about, it's like, I'm okay with not being liked because I know I don't like everyone. And that's, it's just like you say, you're not for everyone.
It just might not be the right time.
Exactly. And that's a part that goes back to taking care of yourself. Some people don't, for whatever reason, you're not an energetic match, or you just personalities rub, or they're just not your jam. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, so don't. That's part of taking care of yourself. Remove yourself from those situations.
And like know yourself.
Exactly.
When you feel that.
Exactly.
Yes, knowing yourself, that's probably the biggest thing too.
Yeah. I actually had thought of that when Shawn was saying something earlier, and I never. But yeah, I think knowing yourself is like the basic level of how you
take care of something you don't know.
Yeah. It's like, what do I even need? How do I know what I need? And then what we started this with is everything's temporary. Like, literally nothing stays the same.
Right.
Like, whoever is your best friend yesterday might be having a bad day or closing themselves off the next day, and they're not there. And that's okay. We can still love them. And then when they come back, but also you can't be entirely dependent on that. You know, we gotta take care of ourselves.
Yes.
I don't want to be all dark, but like,
It's
people
fine.
just aren't always going to be here.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Especially here.
Yeah.
We're not always
Yeah. I know. Like, we actually
The
do have
time
here.
is winding down.
Yeah, exactly.
As we speak.
We'll be back to tell you
Exactly how it's going. Exactly.
Like, we do one. It's like, we're all freaking out right now. We sounded all chill about taking care of yourself.
Yeah, late July was good.
Yeah.
Here it is, late October, and
I was like, it was end of July.
Yeah.
It wasn't even August.
Right.
We all know how it goes.
Yeah. We'll let you know.
It's going great. Thank you, Shawn and Donicia, so
Absolutely.
much for being here and for
glad we did this.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
We powered through. We did it. It's really hot in this room.
I know it's
We
like,
turned the
let's
air-
turn this off so we get the air on.
We need to cool down. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening. Happy Thoughts are available on my website, thehappythoughtproject.com, and Amazon, and Fair for Wholesale. And we're on the Instagram, Happy Thoughts by Kristen. If you want to follow or leave a review on the podcast, you'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you, YouTube viewers, for being here.